Chapter 2. Mental States. Good morning, everyone. Today is February 28, 1998. At the beginning of this course of study, we learned about the four kinds of realities, right? They include Citta, consciousness; Cetasika, mental factors; Rupa, material properties; and Nibbana. So, we've been talking about consciousness, right? Today, we'll start talking about Cetasika, or mental factors, or mental states. Cetasika have four characteristics. What are they? 1. They arise together with consciousness. That is, all mental factors arise together with consciousness. 2. They perish together with consciousness. That is, Citta and Cetasika disappear together. So, Citta and Cetasika arise together and disappear together, at the same time. 3. They have the same object as consciousness. If consciousness takes a visible object, for instance, the mental states also take the visible object. 4. They have the same base as consciousness. If eye consciousness is based on the eye, or eye sensitivity, then the mental states are also based on the eye. So, Cetasika have these four characteristics. With regard to the 52 kinds of Cetasika, the Buddha taught about their characteristics, their function, their manifestation, and their proximate cause. Each one of these 52 Cetasika has these four things. Phassa, contact, for example, has its characteristics, its function, its manifestation, and its proximate cause. Don't be confused about all of this stuff to learn. It's hard to memorize it all, but it's important that we at least memorize their characteristics. That's enough. These 52 Cetasika can be classified into three big groups: Anyasamana, which has 13 factors; Akusala, which has 14 factors; and Sobhana, which has 25 factors. These are the three big groups, which we'll be studying one by one. So, Anyasamana has 13 factors. This word means that these 13 kinds of mental factors are common to each other. We already know that Cetasika has four characteristics, right? Consciousness cannot exist apart from its concomitants, these mental factors. It cannot exist by itself, it must also be with any one of these mental factors. This is the nature of mind, of our consciousness. When consciousness arises, it will be accompanied by at least some of these 52 kinds of mental factors. In brief, mental factors are classified as three, in terms of the five aggregates: feeling, vedana; perception, sanya; and mental formations, sankhara. Whenever this mind, our consciousness, arises, it arises with feeling. That is, whenever we see or hear something, for example, we have a feeling. The feeling might be pleasurable, it might be painful, or it might be a neutral feeling. Vedana is one kind of mental factor. Every time there is mind, it is associated with vedana, all the time. Perception is another kind of aggregate. You're able to remember what I've talked about, and we know the meaning of terms I use because we learned some of them when we were young, right? This is sanya, which also includes memorization. So, of the 52 kinds of Cetasika, one is vedana, one is sanya, and the remaining 50 are collectively called sankhara. Of the 50 kinds of mental factors called sankhara, the most important is satana, volition. It is also called kama. Now, the 13 mental factors of the Anyasamana group can be divided into two groups. 1. Sabbacittasatthana Cetasika, which is also known as the 7 universal mental factors. And 2. Paccanakkha Cetasika, which is also known as the 6 occasional mental factors.